The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the Bigot Army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ。
よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だ。ワクワク。
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's because Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bragging gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say?
People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy first Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay. I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who is this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cuck meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so that
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends?
Titty
Has your social
sprinkles.
credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
pro-black Twitter hoes.
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
Drops, retard. Robocock.
That's right. That's right. The chat is the one that is late and gay today. That's right. Not me. It's not me. It is you. It is you. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right. We are live, boys. We're live. We're live. We're live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that's known as the internet. You guys already know, man. Bring it in. Let's go. Come on. Look at the chat. Look at the chat. Everybody's hugging it out. It's an amazing thing. Hug it out, boys. Come on. Hug it out. Let's go. Get close. Get close. Rub it out. Pause. Rub it out. Pause. Get close and listen very closely. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. I know. Shocking. Shocking. Very shocking. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you're watching anywhere else, that is literally impossible. And chances are you are probably on a website that starts with X. Like the stream, boys. Like the stream. All right, man. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking today? What are we checking today, boys? We are checking quite a bit. For the first time in, like, I don't know, a week, we're not going to be reacting to a showcase. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. We actually got so many topics we got to go over. And it has nothing to do with showcases. So that's awesome. LA is still on fire check. Nice. Astro Glide check. What's an Astro? Stealing stuff check. Fair. Black Man Hypnotic check. Sounds about right. Relooted check. Absolutely. Big Booty Latinas check. Nice, nice. Eating tacos check. Very nice, very nice. Pizza and ice cream check. You're just asking to be in the bathroom, but sure. Grit Force Raid. Shout out to Will the fans with the amazing raid. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. We got BLM mod for realtor check. Nice. 54-inch booty Asian girls check. Call in the Marines check. Testing check. Riots are starting up check. I can't wait. It's lube check. Robin Hood check. JT Wellness check. For femboys working out check. Pink Taco check. Taco Bell is dog shit check. Smash will do anything for a super chat check. Illegals in my yard check. Did you ever PC gaming showcase? I didn't. I guess I forgot. Damn, I guess I forgot. Poop check. Hospital suck check. Welfare check. Toasty check. Smash Bros check. Sonya streaming right now check. Suck a dick check. Wow, that's so aggressive. That's so aggressive. Creatine low check. Sounds about right. Garden gnome check. That's where we end. All right, boys, listen. Our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do the Bigot Army roll call. Let's see who is in this chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku urinalists, black samurais that unfortunately did exist at one point but no longer do, and people that swear that LA is not burning down and yet overnight it shall explode into the nether realms. We already know it's true, man. We know it's true. It's a low C. Toasty with the mosty. That rhymes. I didn't try that. The Madman Mars. Courtney. Titty effing check. Hell yeah. Snooty Mims over on Rumble. Ritesh. Kaz Bella Ramsey as Tomb Raider. Are you fucking kidding me? That's insane. Hanny, Soul Reaper 2078, Gabriel Lundes, Colonel Ruv, Sleeping Nova the Legend, Steve the Lynx, the True Aztec Warrior, Hypno's Cat, Oliver Adam, Kay the Gwinnett Queen, Death Star, the Voice in the Water, Frenchie 07, Odin, Seabrew 1138, the Gaming Mason, the High Priest of the Cult of McDuggins, Jay Sims, Alice Smith, Mr. Melancholy, Blue Octopussy, Dev Cracker, Louis Messina, Melody Johnson, Yamato 85, Greg Geiger, Felsteph, Frag Monkey, Mr. Disaster 2000, Low KZ over on Rumble, Raziel, Dementia Sweets, Jeremiah Maxwell, Felsteph, Chad St. John. We got Oliver Adam. We got Chaotic Holy. We got Luck E. We got Jason Alator, Ben Craze, Jay Sims, Big Dick Caesar, Adair Soto. We got Nick Havoc. We got Secret Final Boss, Rye Guy over on Rumble, Scrap Gamer, Soul Reaper 2078, Randall the Vandal, Genetic Spore over on Rumble, Magni, Alucard, Teflon Dong. What's up, dude? All right, guys, 4 more people, and that's it. 4 more people is all I can afford to call out today. And that is literally it. We got Cryptic Beats with the Modernity Fade. We got Cesar Velasquez, John Bon Zombie. We got Octuaz. We got, who else? Let's see. Audra. Let's have a mostly peaceful stream. Yeah, that's I'm sure that's gonna work out. We got Smaxy. What up, Smaxy? Marius. Hath Not Seen. Radio Chimp. Fabian Moreno. Gunblade. Romanizer 24. Vigilantia. Tanya Raven. What's up, Tanya? Tib Grove, the absolute fucking legend. And then we got Ed. What's up, Ed? How you doing? War Maniac 209. We got Nexus Nocturne himself. We got Burnip. What's up? We got... Fuck it. I'll just start calling out the same names. Hold on. Big Dick Caesar. Teflon Dong again. Colonel Ruv again. Felstef again. Jeremiah Maxwell again. Orbital Oops. What up, Orbital Oops? How you doing, bro? We got Charisse. What's up, Charisse? Charisse don't like me no more. Sad. It's all right, though. We got Sonia Lisette in the chat as well. We got Courtney asking the chat to marry her. We got Rye Guy again. Saying this guy again. We got XL Tomahawk. We got Burn Yip saying Smash says my name property. I like how you say Smash says your name properly, but then you misspell properly with property. So what does that tell you?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
I'm just saying. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. I'm just saying. Chaotic Holy says his butt itches. Griffin Turbo. Who else? Seirai Joku. And last but not least, we got Hypnos Cat again. Alice Smith. Tim Grove, the legend again. Orbital Oops says, hey, love the vids. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. That's a funny profile picture, by the way. Dwayne. What up, Dwayne? Cherie says, wait, I do like you. I don't see it. I don't see it anymore. It's very sad. Sonia is apparently the lesbian online lover of Toasty. Delta Sierra. Marius. And, of course, we got Geek Gate X. All right, guys, listen, I called out as many people as I possibly could. Sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member, and let's see who is going to get that massive final money shot today, boys. Who is going to get the insane facial of a lifetime? Who is it going to be? Let's find out. We got Louis Messina saying no Diddy, no Jaffe, no Mercanti, no Slanesh, no Tazesh, Psych Barrier, Nurgle Toxic Love Protects Me to go down times 7. Even if people deflect, it will smell it. That is weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Scrap Gamer says booty hole protection, triple shielded. Konami code, domain expansion, eternal darkness, reverse Uno, return to the sender. It doesn't work because he's fully protected. Lucky doesn't work either because you're going up to the same person. Soul Reaper says no Jaffe, no Diddy, no baby oil. One for all, level booty hole protect. War Greymon, Berserker Barrage, combo breaker on Uno reverse to go down. which goes to XL Tomahawk saying to go down with booty hole protection by emojis, which then goes down to Mr. Melancholy saying booty hole protected, no lotion, no oil, no twinkle sprinkles, no sneako, to go down times 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, man, you're fucking banned, Hanny. I swear to God, you're so damn greedy. Hanny's greedy. Hanny's greedy. He's banned. He's banned. Hanny is banned, ladies and gentlemen. No, we're going down. We're going down. We're going down. Blue Octopusy, you have a boyfriend. If you need it, you could just literally walk to the next room and be like, hey, sweetheart. Hey, sweetheart. I kind of need a favor. We got Toasty saying to go everywhere, so we're going to go down. But her booty hole's not protected. Of course not. And then we got Felstep saying no Diddy, no Mercanti, no Outer Lands 2. That's a good one. No Borderlands 4. No Constipated JT to go down times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Teflon Dong, facial repellent times 100 to go down times 1,000. I'm not going down 1,000. That's crazy. Which goes to Toasty with the Mostly saying to go down again. Which goes to Mr. Melancholy saying to go down. Booty hole protected, extra thick, no sneako, no lotion, no oil, no Ugandan gay times 6. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rye Guy, no Diddy, no Nintendo. Send to Smash JT for that horrible clip. He's not here. Then we got Hypnos Cat saying to go down. Absolute maximum. Shield. Lucky. Bro, I can't find Lucky in this shit, man. Stop trying to make me snipe people. Why don't you just get lucky with an arrow like everybody else? Let's see. Colonel Rub to go down times 3. No Diddy. No Jaffe. And most importantly, all the damn femboys and futas you want. Your freaks. 1, 2, 3. What the fuck is this profile picture, boys? Like, what is going on here? Holy shit. That is insane. Literally, while hugging the banana, Dementia Sweets catches the money shot. This is an absolutely insane profile picture. But in any case, congratulations, Dementia Sweets. You are the recipient of an extremely long money shot today. This was almost a record one, I feel like. I mean, it's got to be close.
What the?
Like the stream. All right, guys, listen. We got a lot to talk about today. Number one, like the stream, boys. All right, we're being massively suppressed right now. And I think it's also a combination of people just don't want to watch because apparently watching for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on end about the LA riots, as if that's anything new, is more interesting. So that's okay. But we're going to talk to the people who are here wanting to hear some gaming news. We got Borderlands 4 nonsense. We got Nintendo delaying the Legend of Zelda live action movie. We got Ghosts of Yote's female protagonist confirmed to have nude scenes in the game, because I'm sure everybody's excited to see her naked. And then we got the interview that everybody wants to know about, which is with the Relooted developers explaining why they decided to go with the idea of making black people steal artifacts in their upcoming game. And then we're going to talk some Warner Brothers news. We got to talk some Warner Brothers news because Warner Brothers has apparently split officially into 2 separate companies, which is a massive deal for that corporation that is failing miserably every single day. And then, of course, we got an amazing waifu battle that we're going to do at the end of the stream. It's going to light the fucking fire on everybody. So with that being said, we got to do the number 1 segment on YouTube. We got to do the number 1 segment on Rumble. We got to do the number 1 segment all throughout the world and the universe and the multiverse alike. This segment is known all around the world as the pre-stream legend.
Money, print money, cash, money, well, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash, money, well, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea,
calling us broke names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
Let's go. Pre-stream legends, ladies and gentlemen. Pre-stream legends, starting us off with Lurker Supreme with a very strange 1999, not 83, 99 banger.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
And then he compliments me, which is even stranger. It's even stranger. Lurker Supreme says, you do good work. No one stole my account. I'm going to say that's highly sus. I'm going to say that's extremely sus. Yeah, exactly. Zalosi. Exactly. I'm going to call very sus on this one. Mr. Melancholy with a 2, 83% convinced Relooted is a sweet baby brainchild. I would probably agree with you on that. War Maniac 209 with a 2 joined the chair cult Hypno Chair for president. Never happening. It is never happening. Ever. We got the True Aztec Warrior for 5 months of legendary status. Says, hail to the Bigot Army. What's up, man? How you doing? I hope you're having a good day, bro. And then look at this fucking guy. This absolute legend. He's been watching the channel for a very long time. Garrett Grant, dropping not 1, not 5, but a 10 membership banger, giving us the first Kata of the night. Shout out to Garrett Grant with that 10 membership mega banger. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. You absolute fucking legend. And then we got Adair Soto keeping the membership train going with 1 membership. Shout out to Adair Soto. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. And then Secret Final Boss is keeping the memberships going. Look at this guy. 1 Hypnotic membership. Thank you, Secret Final Boss. And then we got Dementia Sweets with a 199. Mercante got a haunted uterus. Allegedly. And then we got Joker with a 5. In honor of the first shots of the second Mexican/American War. My brother and I did a shitload of yard work and then ate some homemade burritos. That sounds like a good time, honestly. Nice, simple day of hard work, food, and hopefully some snow bunnies afterwards. Shout out to Joker. Thank you so much for the 5, brother. I appreciate it. And then look at this absolute fucking legend, man. Out of nowhere. Keeping the membership train going with a 5 membership bang.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to Bud. Bud, thank you so much, man, for the 5 membership banger. I appreciate you. You absolute legend. And then we got Teflon Dong with a 4.99. Says a lot of y'all are allergic to money. I get it. Listen, man, it is what it is. Some days are better. Some days are worse. But at the end of the day, hopefully we keep our tiers going. And right now, we are at 377 tier 1s in a row and 63 tier 2s in a row. This has to be probably one of the most legendary streaks on YouTube that has ever happened. I gotta imagine. Beautiful Zexo with a 2. Any tips on dating a Puerto Rican? Hypno? Don't. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, don't. That's tip number 2. Tip number 3, you can smash, but then run away. That's tip number 3. There you go. Okay, let's go over to Rumble. Sonia's going to hate that answer. Sonia's going to hate that answer so bad, bro. She's fucking. She's proving my point. She's proving my point. Look at this. She's literally proving my point. She does. She doesn't even realize it. She doesn't even realize it. This is why I say don't run away. Run away. Holy shit, man. That's hilarious. All right, let's go to Rumble. We got War Maniac 209 with a 2. Join the cheer cult. Dude, he's doing this on Rumble now. Jesus Christ. Praise be the divine lumbar support. Don't fall for the false promise of Stool Habad. Hypno chair for president. Jesus, man. Jesus, man. What the fuck? We got Snooty Bims for a 10 saying Hypnocast for the win. Hail Free Speech Rumble. Hail chat. Normal people in LA, please be safe and try to get out. Did you just say normal people in LA? Is there such a thing? Probably. Adam Jubin with $1. Newsom and Bass taking it up the ass by Mexican president. Sounds about right. And then Valerian gives 1 Hypnotic membership over on Rumble. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. By the way, guys, our memberships on Rumble have been insane. Pretty much almost everybody in the chat over on Rumble right now is a monthly supporter, which is crazy. So thank you guys for all the membership trains that you've been doing over there. I appreciate you. That is amazing. Seriously. Rumble's holding it down little by little. You guys are starting to really pull it together. I appreciate it. Adam Jubin with $1. We sucked in the beginning of the Mexican-American. It was the Crag versus Mauser. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, let's go back over to YouTube. We got a couple of more that came in. We got Yamato 85 with a 2. Vara and Hypno were on the roof eating bento, Sonia. Nice, nice. And then Mr. Spangus Coffee for $1.99. Deport everyone except La Toxica, thick Latina. Okay. I suppose. I mean, your toxic Latina is still going off right now. Look at this, the disrespect. I'm just saying. Proving my point. All right, guys, listen, we are fully caught up everywhere. Shout out to all of you. Thank you so much for the insane pre-stream legend support. And like I said, we are currently at 377 tier 1s in a row with 63 tier 2s in a row. This is double the longest previous streak of tier 2 that we've ever had. So thank you guys again. You guys are absolutely legendary. All right, let's get into the topics. And we're going to cover one by one, man. So the first one's going to be about Borderlands. I don't know if you guys are aware. Randy Pitchford has been trying to, I don't know, I guess the word will be save face at this point, because you guys remember the whole, like, if you're a real fan, you would spend $80 kind of a thing, right? So he's been trying to save face the entire time ever since that entire debacle. And apparently he has decided to run a poll on Twitter that I feel like is heavily skewed, and I don't know why that is. I can't believe that we're in a world where there is people that genuinely believe that Borderlands 3 was better than Borderlands 2. I don't know where they're coming out with this information, because from what I understand, Borderlands 3 was almost universally disliked, especially compared to Borderlands 2. But apparently, Randy Pitchford has concluded that Borderlands 3 is better than Borderlands 2 after looking at a Twitter poll, but Borderlands 4 will be the best for sure, according to Randy Pitchford. Yeah, totally. Totally the best. This is going to be the most amazing Borderlands ever for the low, low price of $80. Randy Pitchford is at it again with some expert analysis of some of Gearbox's previous games. The magician in chief has sifted through data, so now he knows which game is better between Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 3. It turns out it's not the good one. Borderlands 3 seems to engender a meaningful degree more average playtime than Borderlands. Pitchford says in a social media post earlier, the folks responding to a poll seem to believe that actual playtime is a better correlation of quality than user reviews. Does anybody believe that? Does anybody believe that playtime is correlation to quality over reviews? I feel like that's not true, right? Because a lot of people will play these games just to achievement hunt, which means you get artificial inflated playtimes from people that are just achievement hunting. And there's a lot of people that do that. But in any case, obviously individual tastes vary and entertainment is subjective, he adds. We are all edge cases. I tend to be in line with the crowd for most things, but I sometimes love some things others do not, and I sometimes don't prefer things others love. This is why we still have artists and entertainers. We're all different, and we're all changing our tastes over time. None of this really matters, though, because Borderlands 3 title as the best Borderlands is about to be usurped. Borderlands 4 will be the best game in the series to date, says Pitchford. In any case, by any standard we've thrown at it, we are confident that Borderlands 4 is turning out to be better than 3 by every measurement. Why are we comparing Borderlands 4 to 3? You should not be wanting to try to beat 3. You should be wanting to try to beat 2. 2 is the last one that everybody actually liked. Borderlands 3 has been universally hated, and the fact that you're telling me that it's going to be totally better than 3 is not exactly giving me much confidence in your product. You should be focusing on beating number 2, not 3. But in any case, now this isn't the first time Pitchford has talked about just how good he expects Borderlands 4 to be. When players first had an adverse reaction after seeing the upcoming game's minimap, Pitchford tried to quell the unrest by telling everyone to play the game first before passing judgment. That is such bullshit. That is such bullshit, bro. They always tell you this. Gee, I wonder why. Why is the CEO of a company trying to sell you a video game telling you to play the video game before passing judgment? Why would he tell you that? Is it because he believes that the only way for you to have an opinion is by playing the game? No. It's because he's trying to gaslight you into purchasing the fucking game so that you give him money, and even if you hit him with a bad review, it doesn't matter because now he has your money. That's all it is, man. This whole nonsense about, play the game before you pass judgment, that's bullshit. That's cope. That is cope. They say that because they want to sneak your money in any way they can. You don't need, I'm going to tell you right now, you don't need to spend a single dollar or dime in order to find out whether a game is for you or not. Just go watch a live review of the game. And even if it's not me, I don't care. As long as you can go watch whoever your favorite YouTuber is and go see what the game is like for hours on end until you're ready to make up your mind. You don't got to spend a single dollar with these people in order to do that. Straight up. And that's why they sincerely hate streamers. But it would honestly be a bit odd if Pitchford turned around and told everybody that Borderlands 4 was nothing to get out of bed for and just to play the other games and said, well, of course, it's all PR speak. Everybody knows that. Even the fucking even the urinalists know that Pitchford is absolutely full of it, which is crazy, by the way. Even the fucking urinalists are like, yep, Pitchford is being a bit silly here. So at the end of the day, like I said, I would avoid this with all the red flags you could possibly avoid it with. I don't know how many red flags are on the field at this point, but there's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot of red flags on the field, boys. And I would avoid this as best as possible. Hold on to your money. Watch reviews and see if it's something that you actually want to invest money in, because it's going to be a lot of money. If I'm going to tell you like this, if Outer Worlds 2 is $80, then I think it's safe to say that this game is going to be $80. I don't know in what world people think that this game may not be $80, but I think you're smoking something. This is going to be $80 guaranteed. Guaranteed. I mean, we're not even talking about the EULA changes and all that stuff, but that's everybody knows about that already. If you're willing to look past that and potentially purchase a game, yeah, it's going to be $80 for sure. So I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see that glorious $80 price tag next to Borderlands 4. And I will gladly screenshot that shit, post it on X, and just simply type LOL, and that's it. LOL, and that's it. For a game like this, man, fucking A. Which is crazy because I feel bad for the people that are out of country. Bro, some of the screenshots people are sending me of the price of some of these games are astronomical. They're astronomical, man. Who was it that Let me see something really quick. Who sent this to me? Was it Kyle? I think Kyle sent it to me. Hold on. Bro, look at this picture that Kyle sent me, bro. Look at what's going on with this shit. So Kyle, I didn't even believe it at first, bro. Kyle sent me this picture when we were talking about Indiana Jones and the price of the DLC. Guys, look at the price of Indiana Jones, the premium edition. Indiana Jones in the Great Circle Digital Premium Edition, $169.95 AU, bro. What the fuck is that, bro?
Holy shit.
What is that? What is that, bro? So I'm assuming that's the original game and the DLC premium edition, $169.95, bro. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I mean, what the fuck is that? That's 110 US. Yeah, that lines up. That lines up. But it's just fucking crazy. It's crazy. And they're going to do it with a smile on their face, bro. It is unbelievable. So, again, at this point, it's almost 100. So, hold on. Gaming Wolf says it's almost $119 in Canada, bro. That's crazy. So, this is where we're at, right? And see, the problem is that when they start doing the whole variable pricing thing, what they're going to do is the games that cost ridiculous amount of money because it's either a licensed IP or maybe they spend too much money, they over budget it, whatever. They're going to try to make it up with the variable pricing and they're going to try to charge $80, $90, whatever. This is crazy, bro. This is for a DLC in the main game. Actually, I don't even know if the main game is in it because it just says Indiana Jones and the Great Circle Digital Premium Edition. I guess it is. Yeah, this is the entire game. It's the bundle, so that makes sense. But still, $169 for the bundle of the game. You're out of your fucking mind, bro. You're out of your mind. That is doubling the original price. Well, not necessarily because $80 in US, what is that? Like 120 in AU? Still, it's fucking crazy. Look at Tony Hawk. Let me see Tony Hawk. Bro, Tony Hawk is $74.95. For the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4, $74.95. Gears of War Reloaded, $69.95. Ninja Gaiden 4, $109.95. The Outer Worlds 2, $119.95 for the standard edition. Bro, if I saw these numbers, I'd be like, what the fuck, bro? And I have to remind myself there's a conversion here. So like the number is shocking because I'm thinking in dollars, even though it's not the same, but it's still ridiculous. It's still out of the fuck. Like I can't even, whatever. Anyway. It's so stupid. So I wanted to share this picture with you guys. Did he send me another one? I think he sent me another one. Yeah. He sent me another one, but I already showed it. Okay, it's basically that. So, all right, let me move on to the next segment, boys. Let's catch up on Super Chats really quick. We got the Gaming Mason, High Priest of the Cult of McDuggins for a 5. Beware of false gods. Repent to be saved. McDuggin shall have mercy upon you. Fair. Mr. Melancholy with a 2. Randy Bitchford just can't shut the fuck up, can he? Apparently not. Karate Werewolf with a 2. All Gearbox games are spyware now. So F Borderlands 4. Yep, it's unfortunate, but that's where we're at. All right, we're fully caught up. There's nothing on Rumble. Let's move on to the next topic. What do we got? So let me X this one out. We got the Nintendo live action film being officially delayed. Now, people are saying that it's being delayed for one reason and one reason only. Can you guess what that reason may be. The movie is being delayed because it was initially supposed to release in March of 2026. Why do you think this movie is being delayed? Could it be because they're looking to figure out how they want to put a trans person into the film? Could it be that? Could it be that? In November 2023, Nintendo announced that The Legend of Zelda is being adapted to a movie directed by Wes Ball and co-produced by Nintendo and Arad Productions. And then if you scroll down, it says Nintendo Shigeru revealed this is Miyamoto. For production reasons, we are changing the release date of the live-action film of The Legend of Zelda. Oh, it's in 2027. Wow. Wow, it's going to 2027, May 7, 2027. So wait, what's supposed to come out in 26 or 27? Initially, I thought it was supposed to be 26, which I was thinking GTA 6, but perhaps that's not it. No, it wasn't. It was actually 27. God damn. This movie's far as hell, bro. This movie's far as hell. The Legend of Zelda movie will now release on May 7th instead of March 26th. All right, so now I'm starting to believe that it's probably to introduce a trans Zelda. A trans Zelda. I'm just kidding. The Legend of Zelda movie is now going to release May 7th instead of March 26th. And Miyamoto assured fans that this decision was to make the film as good as it could be. We still don't know anything about the potential plot or cast members. But see, here's the thing. What the hell is a few weeks going to do for a movie? Like, what is a few weeks going to do for this movie? I don't understand. By delaying it a few weeks, are you really going to maximize the movie that much? I feel like there has to be some other reason why this is being delayed only a few weeks. I can understand if it was being delayed 90 days, 120 days. That's something different, right? I can understand that. But to delay it a couple of weeks, what are you really trying to do here? How is this going to save the film in any way? In other gaming news, the Nintendo Switch 2 broke all console sales records, which we're going to talk about, by the way. Exactly, especially since it's far out already, right? Like, we don't even know who's going to be in it. We don't even know if he started filming. We don't know anything. You haven't technically done anything, and you're already delaying the movie. That's not a good look. That's not a good look, my guy. Like, why would you even announce this delay now? Nobody even knows what the fuck you're doing. I felt like they should have just kept this to themselves and announced this, like maybe halfway through next year? You could have announced it halfway through 2026 and be like, hey, we're going to delay the film for a couple of more weeks to polish the film, whatever. But you're announcing it now? Bro, you're killing all the buzz for this film. It's bad enough people think you're putting a trans Zelda into the movie, but now you're telling people it's delayed before you even got started? What are we doing? What are we doing with this film, bro? Doesn't make any sense. So in any case, I wanted to pass that information off to you guys because, clearly we're so close to the release of this film that everybody must know that it's being delayed, All right, next topic. We got this one right here. This is another fast topic, but it's pretty funny. So apparently, and this is becoming a problem, that the ESRB is essentially spoiling games by forcing information into it. But we still have to talk about it anyway. So apparently, Ghost of Yote's female protagonist will be partially naked and will apparently drink sake, right? So if you ever thought about and dreamed about seeing this woman naked, you will now be able to do that. Congratulations. I hope you're happy. I hope you're excited. Are you excited? Are you excited? Come on, chat. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. We know you're gooning. We know you want to see Erika Ishii naked as fuck. Stop lying. Stop lying. Look, see, Yamato is honest. Yamato says, I might goon to this. See, that's honesty right there, baby. Ghost of Yote's ESRB rating confirms that the female protagonist will visit hot springs and drink sake. Sucker Punch's upcoming title, Ghost of Yote, has been rated M by the ESRB for blood and gore, drug references, intense violence, language, partial nudity, use of alcohol, The rating confirms that Ghost of Yotei will have its protagonist visiting the popular hot springs, mentioning a female character's exposed buttocks is depicted in a hot spring. Hot springs were essential locations in Ghost of Tsushima, allowing players to reflect on Jin Sakai's past and receive increased maximum health. Now players will reflect on Atsu's past and her ass in these hot springs. Congratulations. Congratulations. I think this game just increased all of its sales. Am I right? Am I right? Watch it be hairy. That's nasty, bro. All you're going to see is booty. You're not going to see the snatch of wonders, right? It's just going to be booty. And if it's hairy in the back, that's a problem. That's a problem. Ghost of Yotei's ESRB rating confirms another new feature for the title, which is consuming sake. The rating states that players can purchase and consume sake throughout the game, resulting in screen blurring effects. Players can also have a drinking game to look forward to, where Atsu will give the locals a run for their money. Oh, okay, so this like 100-pound woman is going to drink all of these big-ass Asian dudes under the table just because, well, I mean, why not? Why not? And guess what? She'll do it half naked. Now we definitely got a game going on here. Watch it be flat. Bro, if you're expecting anything more than bee stings, you are going to be disappointed. That ass is going to be so damn flat, people are going to turn their consoles off at the mere thought of seeing it. I feel bad for your eyes. But in any case, that's where we're at right now. We got a little bit more information of Ghost of Yotei. Not exactly the kind of information we were trying to get, but beggars can't be choosers. We instead of gameplay, we got confirmed flat ass. That's going to be great. Plywood has better shape. Yeah, basically, plywood does indeed have better shape. Cardboard ass. I think that's an insult to cardboard, to be honest with you. Femboys look better than her. That's insane. You need to repent. Don't kill my hope. I'm not killing your hope, man. It's the ESRB that's saying this shit, man. It'll be Square. Yeah, it'll be more Square than Square Enix. That's how sad that is. All right, let's get on to the next topic. All right, so this is a big one. First big topic of the night, and then we'll catch up on Super Chats, and then we'll do the other big topic, which is the interview with the Relooted developers. So this particular story, this is huge, okay? So if you guys are not aware, Warner Brothers Discovery has officially split into two separate companies. This is massive news, okay? Massive news. Breaking: Warner Brothers Discovery to split into two separate companies as WBD debt crisis and streaming woes force drastic overhaul. So basically, the fusion dance that they did is now over, and they have been forced to split. I'm not sure what this is going to mean for their debt, because if you guys are not aware, Warner Brothers has been in such massive debt that they have more debt than some small countries. We're talking tens of billions of dollars in debt. It is disgusting how much money Warner Brothers is in debt. In a dramatic move that signals the beginning of the end for the legacy cable conglomerates, Warner Bros. Discovery has announced plans to split into two separate publicly traded companies by mid-2026. The announcement made Monday morning marks a stunning reversal for a company once seen as a symbol of media empire consolidation. Under the restructuring, WBD will separate into a streaming and studios company, led by current CEO David Zaslav, and a global networks company, which will be headed by current CFO Gunnar Weidenfeld. The streaming and studio arms will house Warner Brothers Pictures, Warner Bros. Television, DC Studios, HBO, and the Max streaming platform. Meanwhile, the global networks business will retain cable-focused assets, including CNN, TNT Sports, Discovery Channel, TBS, and other linear networks. Oh, so basically, wait. So the global networks business is the one that's going to die first, because everything they just mentioned here ain't worth shit. Nothing here is worth a goddamn thing. God knows CNN's being subsidized for years. Seriously? Why would you even keep this? Yeah. WB has fallen very low. Very low. But hey, let's continue. This is good. This is good stuff, man. Zaslav called the move a strategic pivot and says, by operating as two distinct and optimized companies in the future, we are empowering these iconic brands with the sharper focus and strategic flexibility they need to compete most effectively in today's evolving media landscape. He said in a press release. That sounds like bullshit. That sounds like maximum bullshit. I want to know what happens to the debt. That's what I want to know. But behind the corporate spin lies a much harsher reality. Warner Bros. Discovery is drowning in debt. Stuck between a crumbling cable model and an unforgiving streaming market, this breakup may be its last best hope to survive. It's not. It's not going to survive, by the way. This shit is going to absolutely implode. All they're doing is separating, trying desperately to make the debt not affect themselves as much as if they were together. But the simple fact is, they just suck, bro. They suck. Warner Brothers sucks. What Warner Brothers is now compared to Warner Brothers 5-10 years ago, they suck. And sure, they got lucky on the gaming sphere and they released Hogwarts Legacy and it was a banger and sold as many copies as it did, but they already threw all that money away. And even if they didn't throw all that money away, they still are in so much debt that that money didn't even mean that much. Right? When you're $40 billion in debt, and you have a franchise that hits $1 to $2 billion, that's great and all, but you're still fucked. You know, you can't do anything. This is what happens when the debt scales so far past your ability to recoup it. At this point, just give it up. It's over. It's over. They could have done so much better, especially on the gaming sphere. They could have did so much better. You know, they could have gave us the Arkham games, continue to give us Arkham games. They could have gave us a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy, which you're supposedly still working on. They could have gave us a definitive edition of Hogwarts Legacy, which people would have bought, by the way. But they decided to cancel that. They could have did so much more. But unfortunately, they just can't. They can't, man. It's a cancer, bro. It's like you're not even at stage 4 cancer. You're at fucking stage 6. You're fucked cancer. That's where you're at, bro. That's where you're at. You got like a week to live, and you just now started chemotherapy trying to save the day. Like that's where you're at. It's not gonna work, man. This company's broken. It's broken. It's a broken company. Warner Brothers. Well, let's skip this. Hold on. I don't care about when they were founded. Look at this, bro. Look at this. This will help you understand just how bad this is. Okay. So in years since, WBD has struggled to reduce debt, grow its streaming base, and navigate a collapsing cable ecosystem. As of its most recent earnings report, the company carries over $38 billion in gross debt, bro. Where is my holy shit? Where is my holy shit? Repeat this number again. Exactly. This is stage 6, my guy. Right here. Right here. When you are a company in $38 billion, you know what $38 billion is, bro? You know what $38 billion is? You know what? Fuck the stage 6. You're in stage 10, bro. You're in stage 10. Somehow you're still alive when you've been confirmed dead already. Like, what the fuck is that? $38 billion in debt. And you know what's even crazier? Hold on. I got one even better for you. This is the company. A company that's $38 billion in debt. And they had the audacity to release something like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, bro. Come on. Where's my holy shit button? Holy shit. You're $38 billion in debt, and you told yourself, you know what? That game right there, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's gonna do it. That's the one that's gonna do it. Didn't they say that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was supposed to be a multi-billion-dollar franchise? That was their goal with that game. Didn't they say that? I'm almost positive they said that. Hold on. Suicide Squad multi-billion franchise. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Let me see. They thought that this was going to be a multi-billion-dollar franchise. Warner Brothers thought Suicide Squad would make billions. I'm trying to find the article. It's old. Yeah, here we go. Boom, boom. Here we go. I found it, but it's Yahoo, so it's filled with fucking ads, bro. This shit sucks. Yahoo sucks dick. All right, here we go. I got it. You know what? Let's go here. That's fine. This is fine. Is this it? I think this is it. So let's see. Report: Warner Brothers executives thought Suicide Squad will make a ton of money despite development woes. Even though development was terrible on this game and all the signs were pointing to this being a bad idea, they still thought that this was going to make a fuck ton of money. It's incredible. I want to see if they say the number. Hold on. Let's see. They don't really say the number. Why not? I hate these fucking I swear they changed these things. These setbacks were compounded by increasing tech debt due to short-term fixes for a project that some hope would ship as early as 2020. Oh, here we go. Look, here it is. Here it is. So why didn't anyone pull the plug or try to right the ship? Well, Warner Brothers executives apparently didn't see anything to be concerned about. According to Bloomberg, they kept reviewing demonstrations of the game and sending laudatory feedback, praising the graphics and saying that they expect Suicide Squad to become $1 billion franchise. Where's my holy shit button, bro? Where is my holy shit? They sincerely thought that this game was going to become $1 billion franchise. And the only thing that they had to say about it was, well, the graphics are nice. The graphics are nice. The graphics are going to get us to $1 billion. What the fuck is that, shit. Are you serious? Are we serious? This is why a lot of the problems that come from these studios comes from the top, man. It trickles down. It trickles down. These executives sniffing their own farts, and they're going to David Zaslav, and David Zaslav is asking them for updates, and they're like, yes, sir, the game's going to be $1 billion franchise guaranteed. And David's like, why is that? Well, the graphics are nice. The graphics are nice. Bro, this is the biggest fucking fuck up I could pop. You thought this was going to make billions, and it lost hundreds of millions. It lost hundreds of millions of dollars. $200 million plus. Oh, man. These people are stupid. They genuinely are stupid. But in any case, let's go back to the article about Warner Bros. So, and then with a net debt hovering around $34 billion, that burden has been a persistent drag on the stock and on operations despite aggressive cost cutting. Then came the ratings downgrade, which we already know about. Their stock is worth literally nothing. Their stock has been reduced to junk status. If you buy that stock, you're fucked, basically, at that point. In May, S&P Global cut WBD's credit rating to junk status, citing concerns over declining revenues, high leverage, and the company's exposure to a shrinking pay TV landscape. According to S&P's report, WBD's leverage is expected to stay above 4.3x EBITDA through the end of the year, far beyond the 3.5x limit for investment-grade credit. The downgrade increased borrowing costs and served as a public red flag to shareholders and partners alike. This backdrop helps explain why WBD is now taking a sledgehammer to its own empire. What's the real strategy behind the split? Well, though pitched as a move for focus, the real purpose of the split is to isolate the profitable or potentially profitable parts of the company from its more toxic assets. In short, protect the crown jewels, dump the dead weight. They're being sacrificed, my guy. They're being sacrificed. Snape didn't deserve this, man. Oh, by the way, by the way, hold on. So this company that's $38 billion in debt, they are currently right now thinking that making Snape black is the way that they're going to get out of debt. Where's my holy shit? They're thinking by making Snape black that that's somehow going to save the fucking company. It's either that or you guys are willing to burn more money. This is going to be one of the most expensive TV shows of all time. Only to be beaten by Rings of Power, which we already know how that went. Snape might not be black anymore. That shit's not true, bro. That's not true. I know that's a rumor right now, but I don't believe that in the slightest. And you know what's crazy? If you look at the casting, they got the casting like 99% accurate. Pretty damn good for the most part if you look at some of the casting. And then they got to Snape and they were like, derp. What do I do? Oh, I don't know. Who do I hire? Gee, I don't know. Sir, we can't find a white guy with an interesting nose. What do we do? Oh, I know. Make him black. That makes sense. So again, this decision was made by a company almost $40 billion in debt. I want you to understand that. As if that's a great fucking thing to do. Right? That's definitely gonna get you out of debt. Congratulations, you're a genius. You're a genius and a fucking scholar at that point. Black Snape is their Black Jesus. At this point, they're gonna need more than Black Jesus. I think you're gonna need regular Jesus and Black Jesus do a fusion dance. We need like Majin Jesus. That's what we need right now. It's fucking idiots, bro. Like retards, exactly. Like I don't understand how these people. You know what? I'll put it to like this too. I think that decisions over at Warner Brothers needs to be investigated for company harm. Like I feel like the people that are making these decisions, they must be making them knowing that this is not the best choice for business. And yet they're still making it anyway. And then you got to start asking questions why that is. And number two, one of the things you need to ask also is who is giving this company money? Who is actually investing in this company to fund the projects that they want to do when they clearly don't have the fucking money to do it? And their rating and their credit rating is so bad. This is like giving a crackhead $1,000 and expecting him to do something smart with it. USAID, yeah, I guess so. But again, that's literally what it's like. That's what it's like. It's like, let's go to the guy who's literally scratching his neck because he just took a hit. And he goes to, he's like, can I get $1? Can I get $1? And then you give him $1,000. You're like, here, I better see some stock investments. You know that's not happening. You know as fuck that that's not happening. But that's exactly what it's like when people invest in Warner Brothers. You're investing in Warner Brothers for what? You might as well give your money to a crackhead. He's going to do better things with it. It's crazy, man. So in any case, Warner Brothers, what's this? Oh, we already read this. Okay. So yeah, Warner Brothers at this point, I think they're cooked, man. I think this split will last them, maybe 2 years. Maybe, right? Maybe 2 years or so, give or take. After that, they're fucking done. They're so done, bro. Warner Brothers, it's crazy. Warner Brothers is gonna die, most likely, before Ubisoft dies. And at this point, I think it's probably gonna be one part of Warner Brothers, not the other. I don't think both of these companies are gonna die at the same time. I think the one with the bloat is obviously gonna die first, which it seems like that's what they're doing. It seems like they're cutting off the fat and they're putting it in another company for it to eventually die on its own separate accord. That's what it seems like. And then their new company, the one with all the good stuff or whatever good stuff they think they have, they're going to keep that under that umbrella and hope for the best. So they're basically sacrificing the bloat to save the better people in their eyes anyway. But little do they know, they all fucking suck. So in any case, all right, let's move on to the next topic. Before we do that, let's catch up on Super Chats, boys. We're going to talk about the Relooted game now. We're going to talk about the interview. You guys ready for this? This should be fun. This should be fun. All right, let's go here. We got Jason Alts over to 5. Making Zelda lame and gay. Facts. Vintage Gamer 55 for 3 months of legendary status. Goonin of Yote. This is not exactly the kind of goonin I want to do. Next is Nocturne for 2. Oh no, WB. What could be better than their greed? Who knows? Jason Altor with a 2. That is Timu's stage of debt cancer. Facts. We got Dragon with a 5. 38 billion in gross debt. It does not pay to go woke. No, it does not. Teflon Dong for $4.89. Not only will they keep Snape black, they're going to change his name to wow. That's crazy. I'm going to take a drink for that one. Where's my holy shit button?
Holy shit, shit.
That's insane. That is insane. You said it, not me. Let me check Rumble. Let me check Rumble really quick. We got Adam Juman for $1 over on Rumble. He says, guess we know what Monopoly money is worth compared to the dollar. Pretty much. I mean, again, they're getting investments from literally everywhere when I don't know how that's possible considering their rating. So people must be just willing to give them. Somebody got to be the banker out there. Sudi Bims with a 2. If you're buying chicken nuggets at McDonald's, check and make sure you didn't get a McDeek instead. That's crazy. Adair Soto with $1. These people are just sacrificing them to the sun god. What else sacrifices in the heart? They're sacrificing their money, all of it. Maybe. I wouldn't say all of it, but maybe. Maybe. All right, we are fully caught up everywhere. How far are we from tier 1, T-Chat? Let me know. We got just in time for 3 months of legendary status. Trans Zelda's going to go down like Peter Pan sexual in Never Never Profit Land. I tried to hold that one in. That was funny. Never Never Profit Land. That is ridiculous. Yeah, that sounds about accurate, though. That sounds about accurate for sure. For sure. All right. We're fully caught up everywhere. Thank you guys so much for the insane support. Let's get to the last topic of the night before the absolutely wild waifu battle. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. All right, boys. So we got ourselves an interview. And of course, Insider Gaming could not wait, right? They couldn't wait. They saw all the backlash this developer was getting. They saw all the hate that the game was getting. And they're like, we need to jump on this ASAP before someone else does. And they did, because they managed to snag an interview with the CEO, Ben Myers, of the brand new game. I'm sorry, the African futurist heist game, Relooted. That's a genre now. African futurist. Whatever the hell that means. Okay, well, whatever. Besides the point. So we managed to snag an interview with the CEO. So I feel like you should grab your popcorn because this is going to be interesting, boys. So last week, I had an early look at the African futurist heist game, Relooted. Yeah, heist game. Let's call it that. A new non-violent. I like how they had to specify non-violent because the characters are black. So they got to make sure you realize that it's non-violent. You know what I mean? Don't assume. Don't assume. Action puzzle game developed by the same developers that brought us Semblance. At face value, the game instantly reminded me of recent Metroidvania hits like Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, and Tales of Kenzera. But with no violence in the game, it was an interesting twist that I needed to know more about. Yeah, I know how you guys absolutely hate violence. Right? You guys hate violence so much that you're currently in LA burning everything down right now. But hey, listen, violence is bad, right? Aside from how the gameplay looks, the story evolves around a crew of African citizens from various different African countries who want to reunite stolen artifacts that were stolen by Western museums. It's a subject that the developers are clearly passionate about because, well, they got government money. No. In the developers' own words, the development studio consists of mostly black African developers. Guys, Guys, now we saw the picture of the development team, right? We saw the picture of the development team. Were they mostly black? Were they mostly black, guys? Come on. Come on. Can we be real? Where's the holy shit?
Holy shit.
They were not mostly black at all, by the way. They were actually pretty damn white. I would say there's probably a 60-65 split. I don't know if I could find the picture. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Let me copy and paste this. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, I did find it. Wow, that was quick. That was quick. All right, you want to see this all black team? This mostly black team? Here. There we go. That's the mostly black team that they're talking about. Majority black developers right here for the world to see, boys. Majority black developers. Yep. Yep. I would say that these all look black. Yeah. Yeah, they all look black. They all look black, especially this guy. This guy is the blackest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. Come on. Let's be real. You know it. I know it. They know it. This is the blackest guy by far on the team. Come on, guys. Be honest. Be honest. Okay? So they're trying to say that this is majority black. Where if you count this, let's see, how many black people do we have? Let's see. Let's start from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He don't look black, but whatever. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We got 13 black people. 13 black people. How many white people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got 11 white people. Did I count that right? 11 white. Did I count the guy in the back? I don't know. 11 white people. Or am I counting this wrong? Let me try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11 white people. It's 11 white people. So at this point, it's almost a 50-50 split. And again, that's giving the benefit of the doubt that this guy is black, but he don't look black. He don't look black, especially this guy. This guy don't look black. He look Indian. This guy looks Indian over here in the back corner. But whatever. Anyway, we're talking about a 50-50 split, and yet they're like, well, it's majority black. It's mostly all black. Interesting. So let's continue with the interview. Where is it at? Let's see. Let's get right to the nitty gritty over here. Let's see what we got going on with this. So again, it's mostly black, and they're clearly passionate about because, well, in the developers' own words, they're mostly black African developers. Politics aside, which I acknowledge will be hard to ignore for some, the game looks cool, sure. And as the game contains 70 real-life artifacts that the player will be given information about, they are relooted. It has the potential to be a good educational resource. This is going to be a good educational resource. That's the entire reason why a game like this exists, by the way. This is the entire reason a game like Dustborn existed, by the way. These games exist not for the purpose of making money, not for the purpose of getting sales. They exist for the sole idea to try to indoctrinate whatever idiots decide to buy the game. That's literally it. That's all it's about. So with the interest peaked, they decided to interview the CEO. Insider Game managed to interview the CEO of the company. Let's see what he had to say. First, I was curious about the new change in the direction that the team had taken, which was a universe away from their first project semblance. On this, Myers said the following. When we first started working on this concept in late 2018, it was never the intention to make a game of this scale and production value. Did you guys see production value in this shit? Why? Because you have voice acting where your last game didn't have any voice acting? Yet the concept always felt like it deserved a certain level of effort and budget. It's a game and story begging to be told, and we just wanted to make sure it was told in the most high quality and broadly appealing way possible. So, wait a second. So, hold on. By the way, these people getting cooked in their Steam forums. We're gonna take a look at their Steam forums in a second. So this story is begging to be told, right? This story is begging to be told because clearly everybody has been asking about a group of black people stealing artifacts, bringing it home, glorifying theft, justified theft, right? That's what they like to call it. This is justified stealing. This is the story that had to be told. Everybody needed to see it. Everybody needed to hear it. We've sort of made several games while making this game. There are smaller scope prototypes, completely different genres, and more toned down narrative, visual, and animation scope versions of the game. But over time, it just felt like trying to make the story and art to the level we've made it was important as part of the broader importance of the game. With that change in direction and scope, it's already been reported that the headcount for Relooted will be much larger than that of Semblance, with the team going from less than 10 to around 30 developers. Now, guys, when is the last time that we have seen a core development team of around 30 people? When's the last time? Does anybody remember? The last time we saw that was with Expedition 33. Now look at that game and look at this game and tell me what the fuck is going on. Tell me what's going on. How is that possible? How is it possible that this team of half black, half white developers, because remember, diversity is our strength. Diversity is our strength, right? So if diversity is our strength, then that tells me that you guys should be absolutely fucking cooking. You guys should be cooking, right? So when I look at your game that's made by 30 some odd people, and it looks like a mobile running game versus Expedition 33 made by 30 some odd core people, and it looks like a AAA game, what are we doing? What are we doing? But in any case, on the change in scope, Myers said the following: the full-time team of Semblance only peaked at 3. Oh, 3. 3 people. The full credits of Relooted will be much longer than the 30 full-time peak we reached too. The challenges have been constant and evolving on the project. It's likely the single biggest game project ever made in sub-Saharan Africa by budget, team, size, and scope. Moreover, it's made in an engine no one on the team knew well, which was Unreal Engine, by a team filled with folks who hadn't shipped the game before, at least in their role, making an experimental game artistically imagining the future of Africa, mechanically non-violent heists, narratively adapting heist stories to games, and musically a futurist sound with traditional African instruments. So there's a couple of red flags in there. It was made in an engine that nobody knew how to use. Why? Why? By a team filled with folks who hadn't shipped the game before. So you have people on your team that don't know how to use Unreal Engine, that never shipped the game before. So they never took it to completion and shipped a video game before. What the fuck? What the fuck? So we just flat out admitting that you guys don't know what the hell you're doing. By a team filled with folks who hadn't shipped the game before, making an experimental game, mechanically and all that nonsense. We've had almost too many challenges to count or document. It's been quite the journey, but the game's concept deserves us taking on those challenges, and we're pretty happy with the output. Looping back to the game's design, I asked Myers on the inspiration for the game because, again, with an initial first look, the game seems to be heavily inspired by Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown and Tales of Caterazal. Two games that I thoroughly enjoyed. On the game's inspiration, it was said the following. Interestingly enough, when we started development, there wasn't always a ton of readily available reference gameplay. Even today, it's a weirdly difficult game to pin down references to. Yeah, because there isn't many games where you are stealing as a group of black people and trying to bring back artifacts to Africa. There's not that many studies, you know what I mean? There's not that many examples. So you kind of have to make it up on your own. Red flag everywhere. Red flag everywhere, boys. We struggled with the design for quite a while. How to make an interesting mechanical adaptation of heist movies was tricky. Most heist games are shooters and don't always feel accurate to the vibe and sensibilities of, say, an Ocean's 11. It was only when Teardown came out that something clicked. That gameplay loop in Teardown was a breakthrough. The fact that you'd pick up an objective and then the alarm goes off forced you to have a great plan thought out before. Our friends at Landfall Games helped us prototype a side-scroller version of that loop, and then the game's direction was set. There were lots of design challenges after that point, but it was only after that breakthrough that the game started having more and more of that fluid traversal. It just made sense to have it as part of executing the escape that you set out. So neither Tales of Persia, The Lost Crown, nor Tales of Caterazal were references really, but the comparisons make sense based on where we ended up. I think in our game, the fluid traversal is more rewarding experience feeling that comes from a good heist plan, rather than the core mechanical challenge like in those games. Bro. Where do I even begin? I don't even know what, like, when did it become okay for developers to admit that they don't know what the fuck they're doing? When did that become okay? Like, when did that become acceptable? Is it something where they go around in these shows that they do and they're like, yeah, this game was made by people that don't know what they're doing, or this game's about to release now and be shipped by people who never shipped a video game before, so don't worry, we promise to have an amazing release. It's gonna be bug free. So what about those 70 real-life artifacts that players can reclaim within the game? Well, I was curious on why they picked 70 specifically and what that learning process were like. There are estimates that over 90% of African culture heritage is in possession of Western collections, which is a lot of artifacts. So really the big issue was selecting which artifacts to use rather than finding the artifacts at all. This game is going to be dead on arrival. I was trying to think of like something better to say than that, but there is nothing better to say than that. This game will genuinely be dead on arrival. And even if it wasn't for the controversy, I would even go as far to even say that because of the controversy, it's going to garner way more sales than it ever was going to by itself. This game is easily like 100 concurrent player kind of game. And yet the controversy will probably bring it to like 200-300, depending on how many streamers want to play it and make fun of it, essentially, because that's really what most people are going to do. I don't think many people are going to review this game seriously. But this is where we're at, man. This is where we're at. Rather than focus on more functional artifacts, we really wanted to get across the importance of some of the artifacts that are kept in these collections. Some of these are the single most important cultural artifacts to the people who they were taken from. And we just wanted players to have that information and understand why it might not make sense for those artifacts to be in Western collections. Oh, so they get to decide. They get to decide. Oh, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, I suppose. The process of learning about them was quite lengthy. We had full-time researchers over about 2 years, one 3D artist over about 12 months who was just modeling artifacts, and also a researcher who helped us put together an artifact pronunciation guide. These authenticities and accuracy of these artifacts was important to us, so we invested a lot of time and resources into them. Considering they're in Western museums, it might be the closest an average African gets to one of those artifacts. So it's important that the experience is as accurate and detailed as possible. You think Hills versus Baby play Az is planning on playing this game? Godspeed, bro. Godspeed to Az, man. So 70 is the final number, but how exactly does that translate into gameplay length? Is it one artifact per level? And how does all this translate into game time on that? They said the following. This game will likely be roughly 10 to 15 hours, maybe longer. That playtime is split amongst a variety of different gameplay that the heist story takes us along as it twists and turns. Okay. 10 to 15 hours. Pretty much expected. How much is this game going to be again? I forgot how much this game's going to be. Sometimes you'll be acquiring crew members. Sometimes you'll be prepping for missions, and then you'll be heisting. Heists can have anywhere between 1 to 5 artifacts per a level, so it really depends. Oh, boy. I also quickly asked Myers if the game will come to other consoles or not, because at the moment, the game is only slated for Xbox Series X and PC. They said no plans for other consoles at this time, but if the game does well, we'd always be interested in supporting other platforms. If the game does well. Guys. He said with all his chest, hold on. He said with all his chest, if the game does well.
Holy shit.
If the game does well, it can come to other platforms. So that's a really long way of saying it's never going anywhere else, right? Is that can we safely say that basically is what I'm saying? Can we safely say that it's never going anywhere else? That it's going to simply stay on Xbox and it's going to be a Game Pass fodder game that is meant to just literally fodder Game Pass as much as possible to stop people from unsubbing? And that's basically it. This shit's insane. So I wanted to share this interview with you. I thought it was hilarious. And it goes to show the level of just complete disconnect that these developers have with the gamers. They may potentially buy their game or not. This is a pure and utter disconnect. Exactly. No, you're 100% right, Solantis. I'm pretty sure it never counted on being profitable and just got the DEI support paycheck from the EU and considered it done. You're 100% right. You are 100% right. This kind of video game was never meant to be profitable. It was never meant to sell in mass amounts or anything like that. At least not the current form that we're seeing. I would consider that to be damn near impossible at this point. I do think the game will hit triple numbers, like maybe like 110, 120. I don't think it's going to do double digits. I think it's going to be slightly above that because now it's caught the attention of a lot of streamers and people who are going to use it to make fun of it, right? Speaking of making fun of it, how's the Steam forums doing? Let's go check on the Steam forums real quick, and then we'll get to the waifu battle. Hold on, this shit's hilarious. So Relooted so much since I did a video on it, bro. Everybody's coming for their ass, bro. This is crazy because now, let's see. Now they should be awake. Anti-woke fatigue. Anyone else exhausted by anti-woke activists getting mad just because they see a black person in a game? Yeah, because that's clearly the entire conversation, right? We're just angry over the fact that there's a black person in the game. That's what we're angry about. Even though we're talking about literally everything else. You're like, nope, it's only because they're black. Like, wow, that's really simplifying things, but sure, okay. People's jobs are at stake. I love this. I love this meme. You guys know I love this meme. Retarded. Please add Carer 4 DLC with counterfeit $20 bills. Kangs. Oh, this is going to be good. Woke right gamers running amok once again. George Floyd says, pirate this game. Highly realistic game. This game has one of the most realistic depictions of black people I've ever seen in video game history. The only thing they do is loot and steal. I'm calling based. This shit's crazy, bro. This is the Steam man, I love the Steam forums. You guys have no idea. I would just go through the Steam forums and laugh at everything I see. Gamers had one job: to not be racist. Yeah, okay. Looking forward to this game. White Lives Matter. White Lives Matter. Will there be Air Jordans? That's a good question. Who's free to cop this game when it comes out for real, for real? Hey, yo, hold up. Black Panther is white. A country's greatest treasure is its people. Steal this. And you can see what you can see here on the screen. Any Target and Walmart bonus maps for future pre-orders? Let's predict what the reviews are going to be. Dustborn 2. Not woke, by the way. Really? Are we sure about that? So in any case, they're getting roasted on Steam. And if you guys want to go laugh at it, you're more than welcome to go check out Steam. It is insane what's happening with this game, but it's deserved at this point. I mean, I really don't know what else to say other than that. It is absolutely deserved. Every bit of it is deserved. And it's only going to get worse. When's this game come out? Let me check. When's this game come out? This game comes out. Oh, we don't know. There's no release date. We have no idea. Okay, so whatever. At this point, it could be 2026 for all we know. Whatever. That's fine. All right, guys. Let me see if there's any super chats we got to catch up on. And then we're going to get into the waifu battle, guys. It's been amazing. We hit every single topic right on time. You love to see it. The absolute skill of the chat. We got Teflon Dog 489 next season. They're going to kill off Professor Snape, replace him with a trans named Professor Grape. That's crazy. Zelosi with a 5. It is sad that I'm secretly hoping that SBI assisted in this game to complete the absolute circle of failure. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not a game that most people are going to play anyway. Raziel with a 5. The new game footage of Relooted just released. Oh, wait, that's just Los Angeles yesterday. Yes, Los Angeles. That is literally Relooted. 100%. Let me catch up on Rumble. Where are we at on Rumble? Did I read this one? I think I did. From Adair Soto, sacrificing all their money. Yeah, I think I did. Justin with a 5. Be honest. There's 11 white people, but some are black by injection. It's either that or black by the waist down. One of the two, but they count as black, I guess. Deadeye's locked for $1. Black Snape cast life into you. One try is not enough from greatness. One try from a black wizard. Watch him cast it again. Revive and be amazed. The power of black wizard. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Let me see something. We are fully caught up, boys. Shout out to all you guys for the insane support throughout the stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like the stream on your way out if you are gay and are going to miss one of the most legendary waifu battles that's about to go down. But we are going to make it go down anyway because that's what we do. And that's how we close out our streams. So let's do it. Thought I was going to do it, huh? You thought I was going to do it and ruin the goon? Did you think I was going to do that? Come on, boys. Come on. You should know me better than that, man. You should know me better than that. All right, guys, listen. The waifu battle is here. Now, if you guys have been missing the waifu battle, we got ourselves a bit of a streak going on. She's a bit hardcore, as expected. But at the end of the day, you know, this is just what it is. And the winner of the waifu battle has been none other than Eve. She's been absolutely crushing it. Crushing it. Now, before we bring out the amazing challenger, we're going to go over the rules of engagement, boys. Listen very closely. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count as a particular waifu, but the only way it's going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. It's got to go first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, it will not count. It doesn't matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact and you put the name of the waifu you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2. You can vote for any waifu, regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You can vote for the champion, who is Eve, or you can vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts. So please, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? We don't. I know we don't. Don't lie to me. Do not lie to me. All right, guys, listen. I told you, man, all the rules go out this month. All the rules go out this month, right? So that means that anybody can show up in the waifu battle anytime. It doesn't matter if it's banned, not banned, new, not new, doesn't matter. But at this point, if anybody's going to take down this woman, we need to bring out somebody who currently has, if I'm not mistaken, a 2-0 lead win on Eve. She hasn't lost. She's decimated Eve multiple times in the past. And let's see if she could do it again. All right, boys. The challenger that's going to go up against the one and only Eve is going to be none other than the one and the only. And I swear to God, if you're a Dragon Ball fan and you let this girl lose, you suck. Android 18, ladies and gentlemen, is back in the waifu battle to try to take down Eve. Let's see if this is possible in today's waifu battle. It's Android 18 versus Eve. Let's see what's going to happen. It's rematch time, boys. It's rematch time. Let's go. Will Eve continue to win, or will she get felted for a third time by Android 18? Look at this. Eve must win. I don't know. It's a tough choice. We got Bud. What a 5 saying Eve. Shout out to Bud. Starting us off with the love for Eve. I guess we're going to see. The blind says, yeah, I missed a lot. You clearly did. You clearly did. Krillin is hella lucky. You're not lying, man. You're not lying. Let's see what we got going on, boys. Time to put it. You either put up or shut up at this point. Ain't nobody voting for Android 18. Look at this. If Android 18 loses, she's going into the permanent gulag. We got Flesion with a 10. Android 18's the better choice. She's a literal wife after all. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Look at this. Crimson Jet says he's sitting this one out, which means we're not going to hit tier 2 now. The streaks are about to go away because nobody else is voting at this point. R.I.P. R.I.P. We got Deadeye's Lock for a 2-bagger over on Rumble saying Eve. Shout out to Deadeye's Lock. Holding it down for the Eve fans over on Rumble. We got Luis Messina with a 5 saying Android 18. Here is support for 18 in an attempt to redeem myself as a Dragon Ball fan. I beg for forgiveness until I betray her by Mount Lady again. Fair enough. Fair enough. Jeremy's dream sister. What the fuck is this? For $15 says Android 18 all day. All day. All day. All right, now it seems like Android 18 is in the lead. We shall see if she can make that lead further for the eventual troll super chats that are going to probably come in for Eve if we're lucky. Otherwise, tier 2 is dead. We got Super Kitty. What a 2 saying Android 18. Thank you, Super Kitty. Next is Nocturne with a 2. Says Android 18 is fine as fuck and a waifu worth the fights. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Scooby Pup says fight. I don't know. I think people are scared to fight now. People are scared to fight now at this point. Android 18 has had a very minimal response. Granted, Eve has like no votes now. Eve has like 1 or 2 votes. That's it. Shockingly, it seems like people are just completely giving up. All right, let's bring out the one and only majestic waifu battle champion known as Eve, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Who is going to win? Is it going to be Eve or is it going to be Android 18? Let's find out. We got HXC with a 2 saying Eve 2B is the only Android for me. Fair enough. Fair enough. GDR. Holy shit. GDR with a $100 Red Boy Mega Banger. Thank God. Saving us on tier 1. Saving us on tier 1 saying that's amazing. That is amazing. Oh shit, here they come. Here they come. Here they come. Andrew Howell with a $50 banger says Eve. Oh, here they come. Yo, the Dragon Ball fans, they're just letting this go. The Dragon again, they're letting this go. This is crazy, bro. This is why I don't bring these girls back. This is crazy. This is crazy. Andrew Hall with a 50 banger, bro. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, man. We're getting closer and closer to tier 2. How close are we to tier 2 mods? Cesar Velasquez says, damn it, this can't be happening. Oh, it is happening. It is happening. Democulus says, is this where we see Eve defeat Android 18? Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. This is where we're at, boys. We got Deadeye's Lock for $1 on Rumble saying Android 18. Thank you, Deadeye's Lock. I appreciate that, bro. We're 109.32 away from tier 2. We are so fucked. We are flickety flucked. We got Stellar Blade all the way from You Missed. Colonel Rob saying embrace Eve. Fair enough. Justin with a 5 over on Rumble saying Eve. Krillin already got sloppy seconds after Cell told her Eve came out of her pod with Coke can hiss. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, to be fair, I don't think Krillin is the kind of guy that's going to care about getting sloppy seconds. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I feel like Krillin would be perfectly fine with sloppy seconds. Eve just won by a landslide. Yep. The Dragon Ball fans have decided to just let it be. They don't care, I suppose. It is what it is. It is what it is. That's it. That's it. Just gave up easily, man. It's rough. It's rough. Look at this felting happening right now. John Winslow with a 5. Eve, Android 18. 3 for Eve, 2 for Android 18. Because that's my Eve post. Remember, Android 18 likes short kings. So Kata has a chance, huh? And then Hypno's Cat with a $20 banger saying Eve. And that's it. God damn, bro. All right, well, time to do the final countdown. Here we go. Hopefully we can hit tier 2 by the end. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Wow. Wow. That was totally planned, bro. That was totally planned, bro. The last super chat. The last super chat that's gonna go. Oh my god. Is BioT Wolf 19 with a $300 Red Boy Mega Banger. Says 18. Let's make it a 3-for-3 win against Eve. And then Blackguard with a $250 Mega Banger. Says Android 18. I could see, well, first off, mods, count it up, feed the ducks. I could see why they decided to get together and do it now. Because you guys kept trying to convince Crimson Jet essentially not to vote because you feel like he rigs it. So he decides not to vote, and he was voting for Eve. And now you needed it because these guys fucking... Holy shit. That is an extended clip all day long, bro. Shout out to the 3 Red Boy Mega Bangers during the Waifu Battle. None other than GDR, BioT Wolf, and Blackguard dropping insane fucking Mega Bangers, man. Holy shit. That is wild, man. That that is insane. You know what's crazy? So there's people will be like, well, there's no point in voting. These guys are just going to sway, whatever. It's like, first off, these people have been beaten multiple times, number one. Number two, I can't even count on two hands how many waifu battles were decided with $1 or $2, by the way. So there's that. Like, every vote literally counts. And the problem is that people will complain that certain waifus don't win, but then they'll encourage other people not to vote because they see a red boy and they're like, well, it's over. It's never over. It's never over until it's over. That's just the truth. It's never over too. I have seen waifu battles end on 60 cents, bro. And it's crazy because in those waifu battles, you'll have a couple of troll super chats that people are like voting for, I don't know, Piranha Pout or fucking Sonya or whatever. And those super chats could have swayed the battle. But they think it doesn't count or it doesn't matter. So it's like, why do you think that? You should not think that. All right, let's go over the numbers. Numbers are in. Where is it at? Did I miss it? Yeah, right here. We go. God damn, that is fucked up. That is literally fucked up, bro. Holy shit, that is fucked up. Y'all are dirty for the... Yo, BioT Wolfit Blackguard are absolutely dirty for that. They are just so dirty for that, bro. All right. Android 18 at $587 flat. Damn. Against the former champion Eve at $187, which means the winner and the new Waifu Battle champion, finally ending the insane streak of Eve, is none other than Android 18, who is officially 3 for 3 in destroying Eve and taking her down when nobody else could take her down. That is fucking insanity. Insanity. Let's do it one more time, boys. One more time. Puro mas. And I am sure after that waifu battle, there is a lot of people coping and seething right now.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that is it for the waifu battle, ladies and gentlemen. Android 18 is going to go backstage where she will begin her championship reign against a brand new waifu tomorrow, Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bro, people are so mad right now. People are so... People are so... She's 3 for 3, bro. I mean, what do you want? What do you want to tell? What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? She's 3 for 3, all right? She is the Eve killer. If we ever need somebody to take down Eve, I'm bringing in Android 18, and that's just what it is. That's just what... That's just what it is. We got NS for 8 months of legendary status. Hypnotic Big Dog, how's it been going? Also explain to a non-American why LA can't stop LAing. When is Big Don gonna rope in these buffoons? I mean, he's trying. He's definitely trying. He's trying to rope him in, but at this point, LA is going to keep LAing. You want to know why? Because it's summertime, right? And the one place where the majority of activism takes place in the United States of America is schools, and schools are about to be out. and teachers are about to be off for the summer. So we got the summer of love, baby. This is what we're doing. They're venting their frustration at Donald Trump winning the election. We knew this was going to happen. We knew this summer was going to be the one. So that's just what it is. Andrew Howell with a 2. Both very good chair shots. I agree. Words of paradise for a 5. I popped in just to vote for 18. It's already over. Looks like my girl won. Well done, chat. LOL. I'm mad he only popped in for the wife. He didn't even pop in to watch my stream. It's crazy. It's crazy. Thank you for the 5. Alucard with a 2. I demand a recount. There is no recount necessary. There is no recount. What do you need to recount this for, bro? There is no recount necessary. This is decimation. That is decimation. There is no point in a recount, sir. 0 point. 0 point. That is a landslide victory. All right, boys. Listen, we are done, man. Thank you guys so much for the amazing stream. Shout out to everybody for liking the stream, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting, gifting memberships, chair shotting, all kinds of shit. And shout out to the Hypno mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you guys as well. But I am out. I am done. I am gone. And we will raid somebody. We'll raid somebody. I don't know. I'll figure somebody out. And Crimson Jet's laughing because Crimson Jet's like, I get to take a break. BioT was like, hey, I'm an asshole. Bro, BioT Wolf and Blackguard are going to be public enemy number 1 now. Crimson Jet gets to relax. He's not going to have a hate boulder on him for like a day or two now. It's going to be insane. All right, guys. Seriously, thank you so much. I appreciate you. We might do a Griffcast tonight. Most likely, we might do a gaming stream tonight. So if you're subscribed to Hypnotic Live, consider checking it out. Stop being gay. I appreciate you. And I will see you on the next one. Go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog or her cat was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in, make her Lady Jack. Fuck Baby Jack, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in a queenie and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.
I bring light.